What's up, Art of Construction Tribe? Devon Tilly here, and I am so excited for this video. I am here to talk about what's next with the Art of Construction. But let's first talk about why I started the Art of Construction. I got to raise my hand and say, I was kind of lost. In 2014, when I launched this, I needed so much help. But as a lifelong learner, I wanted that help. And I was, shout out to Nick May, who is my guest on episode 1 and episode 100, where I was on his podcast and I said, oh man, we need a podcast to break down these silos. Would you help me do it? And he helped me get going. And we have been committed to this ever since. It was for the first 50 episodes, I did it all. It was my Toastmasters, my connector, my learning how to be a better speaker, because I was deathly afraid of a lot of that stuff. But I challenged myself and we all challenge each other together. And I'm honored to be the leader of the Art of Construction Tribe. Some of the early stories of watching it grow and seeing who engaged with it was just so much fun looking back on that. But even before that, growing up in the industry under Keith Hogstead, my stepfather that raised me, and my different internal Mountain View Window and Door, my window and door company, the team members that have been supporting and making this work along the way. And from all that, owning the window and door, I knew there was a better way, but I also knew this was going to be really hard. And in construction, we put a lot of conversation around cars to construction, how we can make it better, right? And so I did a lot of research when I was launching this thing and figuring out, how did Elon Musk change the rockets and the cars and all this crazy stuff that he was the leader of. But I wanted to really take lessons from that and then have real fireside chat stories, the kindling of this thing of people who wanted to make construction work and build a community. And get into the silos to build this community of lifelong learners who get stuff done. And some of the early episodes I think about that just blew my mind were things like that I had never heard of biomimicry with Cynthia Fishman of, everything under the sun has already been built, like Velcro from dog spurs or the highest glass composition from Michelle at the bottom of the ocean were just blow my mind when I listen to these people, or talking tracks like the data drop chasm from Bill Allen that really went on my journey of understanding BIM and data and blending all the different stuff together, or the great inspirational podcasts like Steve Burrows on stage at Digital Built Week, or at the end of the day, putting it all together for systems that work like Jason Blanker of Blanker Companies. And as we've always said, what's your favorite beverage? Well, we're always trying to have as much fun as possible. He even mailed me one of his 6-pack of his favorite beverage. And that's when I was really like, man, these relationships, and how do we take these relationships to the next level, even if it's only maybe a touch point here and there working together. So the benefits of listening to the podcast and how people have connected through this global Art of Construction tribe are countless. And the people that make Art of Construction work, you, the tribe, you're so special. And my favorite part of this is that these real conversations, these true fireside chats where we can truly grow with each other and manage the two things we don't have enough of, and that's time and money. So as we embark on our 300th episode, when I launched this back to the Elon Musk, my first thing was build an audience. So of these 300 episodes, I am honored to say, while I'm making this video, we have reached over 500,000 listens worldwide. So it's my time to take this 10-year BHAG, Big Hairy Audacious goal of when I launched this thing in 2014 was to build an audience. And then once we built this audience, to truly capture a community of master facilitators. So what is a master facilitators? And more importantly, what is not a master facilitators? Because this group is going to be hardcore. We're going to have true trust. We're going to break down those guards, and we're going to have as much fun as possible. So a master facilitator is a lifelong learner interested in improving your company operations. It's not someone comfortable working in the business and never on the business, to leave that and really figure out how to break through the ceiling. We are self-motivated and eager to do the work that's necessary for growth. We're not always looking for a quick fix to solve your company's problems. We're interested in understanding the full scope of the construction project's life cycle. We're not about liking to focus on just one particular silo. We're appreciative of the diversity in all its forms, but we're not invested in keeping things the way it's always been done. Someone who wants to share knowledge and best practices that work for them. We're not someone who is more competitive than collaborative, but we do have the eye of the tiger, and we're going to challenge each other. We always have to have one foot in the digital world and one foot in the physical world. But we're not thinking technology will solve everything and it won't be that silver bullet. We have to blend and work the different things together. And that's what I'm really excited for, this collaborative community of master facilitators. And lastly, we are someone who likes to actively engage in discussions on improving construction. And we're not a passive consumer of discussions on construction. You got to be able to challenge, and you got to be able to challenge others. So what will be in the master facilities community? We are going to be able to connect with fellow masterminds. We're going to be able to connect with other fellow master facilitators. My favorite part that I'm so excited to bring you in with is the pre and the post and all around, where we're going to be having bonus post episode discussions with myself and the guest that are going to be unrecorded, authentic. That's going to be a community call. But this is not going to be easy, right? You got to listen to the podcast, and you got to schedule to come to these, and then you got to be able to bring good conversation. But I can tell you, this has been my secret sauce to be able to manage the two things: when I have time and money, and take these ideas and pull them together that you get to do with me going forward. We're going to be able to have monthly lessons and AMAs with AOC influencers. These are the classes. We have these all mapped out. Once a month, it's going to be a great conversation. And then putting all that stuff together, we're going to have the job board and these monthly growth challenges in there, to where we can connect the products, the technologies, the lessons learned to the handshakes, and put all the people first and put all this stuff together. And then we're going to have in-depth product reviews and testimonials from different power users to all learn from each other and grow from each other. And that's the tier 1 that we're going to be launching first. And then we're going to be niching into specialty tiers. And then we're going to be having in-person events at our retreat center to have as much fun as possible. So go to theaoc.us, www.theaoc.us, where we keep all the show notes and the Kindling podcast, where that platform is going to grow. And that's going to be the connection into the circle. And you click on the Master Facilitators page to get connected. I am so excited to meet with you and be part of the circle of trust and lead the art of construction to build better buildings. See you in the circle.